think we can put to bed the rest that the Ravens are the best team. I think Kansas City hasn't played well all year, especially offensively. Their defense was outstanding, with the exception of yesterday, considering they haven't given up 30 points since week 4 of 2022, and they finally gave up. So that's basically 2 seasons, Rex, in Stephen A., in which they haven't given up 30 points. They gave up yesterday, but the offense hasn't played well. I'm not so sure it's not the Pittsburgh Steelers. Considering the way they played defense and how they neutralized the Baltimore Ravens offense yesterday and their ability to get the ball down the field and score when they absolutely have to, I'm not so sure the best team in the AFC right now is the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're well coached. They don't beat themselves. Russ threw a horrible interception in the end zone. But if you make me pick right now, and you just said who are the Bills the best, I'm going to say no. But if you make me pick of the 4 teams, the 3 to 4 teams that which are the best, I'm going to go with the black and gold, and I'm going to say the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Stephen A.
Rex Ryan, Coach Rex Ryan. I mean, forgive me for saying this on national television at the top of 10 o'clock hour this early in the morning. I need security at some point to head out of town, go visit Shannon Sharpe and get that brother tested. You got to be crazy for saying something like that. Now, I am a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. But I'll be damned if we going to sit here after looking at Josh Allen perform the way that he performed, particularly with that 26-yard run. I mean, if he wins MVP, we're going to be playing that play over and over and over again. I know he's been throwing some interceptions over the last 4 games. It's late. I think it's 5 over the last 4 games or so. But the bottom line is this brother has been playing spectacularly throughout most of this season. We've seen the Buffalo Bills answer the call yesterday. And you're going to come to us with a Pittsburgh Steelers team who I love and I'm very, very proud of. But 6 field goals? You can't get in the end zone, and you're going to sit up here and say that team would be the favorite? Let's stop that nonsense right there. They're not the best team.
Did they win?
Right now? They are not the best team. So what? Buffalo won too. Buffalo Steelers weren't the only one that won.
But you said Josh, Stephen A., you said Josh Allen. The question wasn't who has the best player. You asked who's the best team. And if you make me pick right now, I would take the Steelers.
Well, let me tell you something, Shannon Sharpe. I'm not finished with my soliloquy, okay? I just said Josh Allen to start my point. Let's also make sure that defensively we saw Travis Kelce held to 2 catches. We saw DeAndre Hopkins held to 3 catches. We saw a Buffalo Bills team step up, engage in time of possession, about 5 plays or so like that, win at least. Listen, I don't know how many plays that they've extended for themselves, but I'm just looking at the Buffalo Bills right now. Their time of possession, the way they held onto the ball, kept Patrick Mahomes off the field. When he got on the field, you neutralized 2 of his biggest weapons in Kelce and Hopkins. You've got Josh Allen playing lights out. McDermott is coaching his tail off. I'm looking at a Buffalo Bills team that is without Stephon Diggs, that is without Gabe Davis, and they're saying, so what? And still went up against a Kansas City team that we consider elite defensively and dropped 30 on them. I'm looking at that, and I'm saying, excuse me, I love my Steelers. Very, very proud of them. But in the same breath, I'm not going to sit here with a straight face and tell you that a team that couldn't get in the end zone all afternoon long against the Baltimore Ravens should be seen as the best team in the AFC. I ain't going that far. I'm sorry.
Well, I got to sit back and echo the same thing. Okay. I think the Bills are the best team in the AFC. I really do. And Stephen A., you mentioned about, like some of the weapons. Well, 2 of his best receivers weren't even in that game, and they still hung 30 points up against this great Chief defense. So to me, yeah, it's got to be Buffalo. And when I see the play of the quarterback in particular, you know that man's going to show up in the playoffs like he always has. And I always look at it this way. Molly, I've said this, that Josh Allen has never been beat by Patrick Mahomes. His team has, but not Josh Allen. So I know I'm on a level playing field with Patrick Mahomes, the only guy that can say that in the league.
But what about the interceptions? And I know he's cut it down. Does that concern you with Josh Allen?
Well, I think he has cut it down, but absolutely it does not. Okay. And because right now when he gets his weapons back, when he gets his tight end Kincaid back, when